Hello and welcome back to Blue Valley for another presentation of Kansas high school football. Tonight, it'll be the unbeaten Tigers taking on the Huskies. It should be a great night for football. I'll be your host, Brady Alderson, joined by my good friend in the booth, Ryan Barbosa. Ryan, what do we have to look for tonight as the Tigers take on the Huskies?
Well, first and foremost, Brady, we have to say that the student section is going to play a factor in this game. When two heavyweight programs from Kansas come together, there's always sure to be a lot of noise on third downs. But talking football, the Huskies have been excellent all of last year, obviously taking home the state championship on the back of Simone Award-winning quarterback Mikey Pauley. This year, however, the Huskies will certainly look to the backfield star, Grant Stubblefield, to carry a big offensive load. With running backs John Price and Stubblefield being such prevalent performers for each of their clubs, I think the key to winning this game is a good performance from the big dogs up front.
So with that, Ryan, we're set on the field for the coin toss. Huskies and Tigers captains down there exchanging a few words as we get set. Tigers look to have deferred, so it'll be the Huskies receiving the ball. Tigers will get it to begin the second half. Blue Valley will kick it off to start, so we will see the Huskies offense first tonight. It'll be that powerful Blue Valley defense. They've been great at getting off the field on third downs early in this year.
Offensively, yeah, Blue Valley Northwest looked great so far, and Robert Marshall, especially last game, really sticking out with 2 interceptions, really did his homework on that St. James offense. As well, Lincoln Stuvey looking to add some pressure from the edge as well. Tigers defense, really the underclassmen performers have been fantastic all year, and they're going to see what they can do against this Northwest offense.
Hey, early in this game, let's keep an eye out for number 2 on the Huskies. That's Grant Stubblefield. 2 games this season, 449 yards rushing. He's been a complete X factor for this Huskies offense this season. We'll see if the Huskies go with him early here in the game. About set for kickoff on the field. Both student sections getting going here as this game's about to get underway.
And you gotta love this about Kansas high school football, Brady. Fantastic weather. Hey, there's no place I'd rather be than right here. And it looks like McGuire Richmond in kick formation for the Tigers. Despite not being a natural kicker, he's stepped into that role and been fine so far this year for the Tigers.
Not only has he been good at kicking, but defensively picked up a sack last week and a couple of big tackles. McGuire Richmond, just a sophomore, and he's been a big part of the Tigers' success this season. Richmond now finally ready to get this game started. Kick is away. Huskies are set to field this one at about the 1-yard line. Start at the near sideline angling. He's got a hold of the 20, 30, and a good tackle there. McGuire Richmond, the kicker, in on the tackle there. Jay-Sean White there on the return. So here comes that Huskies offense, led by senior quarterback Connor White. White this season has 4 touchdown passes to 5 interceptions. Huskies have really tried to keep the ball on the ground as much as they can, and as you look into the backfield there, you'll see Grant Stubblefield. That's the star for this football team.
And also really be on the lookout for Gavin Hoffman, wide receiver / tight end. He's going to look to get on the ball.
Just one receiver here to begin the game as they put a man in motion. That's Jay-Sean. They'll hand it off to Grant Stubblefield on the first play of the game. He breaks the tackle and has now got some room at the near side, cuts it back again, and then is finally brought down by a swarm of tacklers at the 40-yard line. But a good aggressive run to start the game there for Stubblefield, and a pickup of about 9 yards.
Nice play there from Jason Burrows, able to get back on him. Grant Stubblefield, great run. You already see his explosive cuts in that open field.
Tigers want to keep this game close tonight. It's going to be a line of scrimmage game. At the line, the Tigers are going to have to get into the backfield and make sure that they can stop Grant Stubblefield. This time they're going to go with the 4-receiver set. White takes the shotgun snap, looks to throw. It's a quick screen right side. He makes the catch. He'll have enough for the first down, but he runs backwards. That's going to be a loss of a yard. It looked like if he went forward, he was going to have it easily, but Jay-Sean White Runs backwards, and it'll cost his team a yard. They'll say no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 1. And the Tigers were almost perfect in their first game on 3rd downs, and they started off in the first half great against St. James last week. So a big 3rd down here for both sides. Tigers looking to stay good here on 3rd. Just 1 yard to go, though, for the Huskies. You'd expect Grant Stubblefield to get his number called here. Only needing a yard, he picked up 9 on his first carry of the game.
Yeah, you'd have to think that this is going to be something up the middle to Stubblefield. Such a powerful runner.
Huskies go with a power set in here again. 2 tight ends. Stubblefield behind White, and Stubblefield gets the carry in a hole up the middle. There's a big chunk. The referee goes down, maybe playing a part in that tackle. The ref is down at the 50. Grant Stubblefield may have been tripped up by the ref.
Gotta hope that he's okay.
It'll be enough to move the chains there on a pickup of about 10. The referee is down. He's slow to get up. Medical staff for Blue Valley and Northwest now attending to that referee, still on a knee. Tough way to start the game for that official. He gets up, and it seems like he's going to be okay. He gets a standing ovation from both sides of these crowds. Everybody just glad that he's okay.
Yeah, definitely love to see that. Hate to see the referees. They're in such precarious positions sometimes. Love to see him get up after that, and we'll see if he can continue this game.
Yeah. Well, that'll move the chains, and Northwest is into Blue Valley territory. They're at the Tiger 49-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. They've got 3 wide receivers out on the near side of your screen. Stubblefield will remain in that backfield.
And this offensive line going to be so key for Northwest if they're going to try and get Stubblefield in these good positions.
White hands it off again to Stubbs. Up the middle, pickup of about 5 there. Run game pretty successful so far tonight. Carry of 8, a carry of 10, and a carry there of 6 yards on their 3 rushes. Tigers going to have to bring down Stubblefield a little bit sooner. 4 wide receivers now out on the field. We'll see if Connor White will drop back to pass here on 2nd and 4. There's a whistle on the field. Clock stopped with 10:06 here as Connor White will have a chat with the official. Sun just creeping below that tree line there in the background now. So Connor White, another shotgun set here with 4 receivers. It'll be Stubblefield just to the left. He'll look to throw here on 2nd down. Goes to the far sideline. Great defense, knocked away by Alec Wombolt.
Oh, wow.
And
flag
a
on the
late
play.
flag comes out. Looked like great defense by Wombolt. We'll see if it's a hold or a pass interference call here. A difference between 5 and 15 yards, but it's going to be an automatic 1st down either way. Looked pretty clean from up here. Alec Wombolt jumped the route. He knew it was coming all the way. They went with a little out route there, trying to pick up the 1st down. They'll get Wombolt with pass interference. That's his 3rd pass interference call now in the last 2 games. So it's a 15-yard penalty. What would have been 3rd and 4 turns into 1st down and 10 now inside the Tiger 30.
And I've got to say, I've seen Alec Wombolt get some pretty bad pass interference calls, but definitely can't say that that was one of them. Looks pretty clean from up here. Got a hand across to the receiver, but got to see how this game's going to be called both ways.
Couldn't agree more there. Looked pretty clean to me, but nevertheless, Tigers still going to have to try and stop them here now. 1st and 10 inside the Tiger 30. It'll be a handoff up the middle here to Grant. Grant fighting for some extra yards there. Looked like he made a couple of tacklers miss. He's just short of the 20-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 5 there on 1st down.
And this Northwest offensive line really able to get in front with blockers for Stubblefield. He's able to get these extra yards after the contact.
Yeah, great job up front tonight by that Northwest offensive line. They're giving Grant plenty of room to work, and so far it's been a Northwest run-powered drive, and they're all the way just outside the Tigers' red zone, and there's a jump, but they got back onside, so it's not going to be a penalty.
Looks like maybe hinting at the blitz here. Maybe not.
Tigers trying to get off the line early. We'll see what they do on 2nd and 4. Another handoff up the middle to Grant Stubblefield. That'll be enough for a 1st down and inside the 15 before the Tigers can bring them down. Just an overpowering run game so far here. It was Robert Marshall there in on that tackle, the junior who had 2 interceptions last game. Already tallies the tackle here tonight. First play from the red zone here tonight for the Huskies. It'll be a pistol set. And it's a Stubblefield handoff once again to the outside, inside the 10 before going down. Another great run there. He's finally brought down at the 9. Just a heavy dose of the run, and the Tigers can't quite do anything about it.
Yeah, it really looks like up front for the Tigers defensive line that they're struggling to get into that backfield, really trying to get to the handoffs, but not getting there in time. And with such an explosive back in Stubblefield, they're always a second late.
Always a demoralizing drive here when the offense can kind of just run it straight down the defense's throat here. They know what's coming every play. There it is again, Stubblefield up the middle, and finally a great tackle there off the edge. That's Braden Injewell making a big tackle there in the backfield. It'll be a loss of about a yard. Now 3rd and 6 here for Northwest.
And the Tigers certainly going to need to have some more of that on this drive here. See if they can bend and not break, force a field goal.
Definitely leaning on that bend but don't break mentality here on 3rd down and 6. Tigers going to look to get off the field. It seemed like Northwest was having their way with this Tiger defense early, but a chance to get off the field before they can get in the end zone. And there's a jump. It looked like it was on the defense. So 3rd and 6 is going to turn into 3rd and a yard. Big break there from Northwest. Just a bad job by that Tigers defense. They wanted to jump earlier on that drive. They were able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that time they get caught off sides, and it's now going to be 3rd down and 1. Just a mistake you can't make there on 3rd down.
And this definitely could be a case of them trying to get into that backfield super quick for Grant Stubblefield. He's just so explosive, and sometimes it can throw off timing defensively.
That moves the Huskies down to the 5-yard line now. They'll give it to Grant. He's got the first, and he's just short of the end zone there, down to the 1-yard line. And I'm sure here with 1st and goal from the 1, we know exactly what the Huskies are going to go with.
Tigers doing
really well. It's going to be number 2. They get to the line quickly here. Tigers defense is scrambling. Pistol set handoff, Stubblefield, and he is into the end zone easily. Touchdown, Huskies.
Touchdown, Blue Valley Northwest.
So on the first drive of the game, the Huskies get all the way down to the field. Like we said, it's a Grant Stubblefield powered offense, and it's 6 for the Huskies on this first drive of the game.
And it really didn't look like the Blue Valley Tigers defense was set there. They were able to get the snap off quick. Connor White in that connection with his center, and then snap it to Stubblefield, obviously out of place for the Tigers defense. They've been like that in this first quarter so far.
So on for the PAT is going to be the freshman Trace Rudd. Left-footed kicker here. He's on for the point after try, and that kick is. So it's 7-0 Huskies here with 7:16 to go here in the first quarter. A statement of a drive there. Huskies doing whatever they wanted against that Tiger defense, who has been pretty good for the most part this season, but it's the run game powered by Grant Stubblefield that has proved to be the Tigers' first kryptonite this year.
And I tell you what, Brady, the Tigers are really going to have to figure out how to wrap up Stubblefield in this game, or else it can be very demoralizing and also very tiring. You know, passing, it definitely is a lot less tiring than defending the rush and having to chase somebody like that the whole game.
Tigers crowd still in the game here after that impressive drive. Crowd trying to rally behind the Tigers. Hopefully Blue Valley can respond with a statement drive of their own and try and tie this game up. Should be just a great game of football here. Alex Swarens back deep to return. This is his first game back of the season. Suffered a 2-game suspension early in the year. Now he's back, and the Tigers hope to use him early and often in this one. He's an explosive player for Blue Valley, one of the fastest on the team. He's back deep to return. Let's see if we can get an explosive play going to start the Tigers off in positive territory. Set to kick again is the left-footed freshman here. Back deep there, just to the right of Alec, is star running back John Price. So 2 speedsters back there for Blue Valley. They can make anything happen on any given play. Kick is away, and this one is short. It might hop. Sworens catches it around the 11, cuts it back towards the middle of the field. He's got some blocks. Sworens, and his first game back is across the 40. Now midfield down the right sideline. Only the kicker to beat. Alex Sworens has made a statement early. Touchdown, Tigers! In his first time touching the ball back from the suspension, he finds the end zone. The Tigers answer, and they don't need to get on offense. It's a kick return touchdown for Blue Valley.
And what a way to say for Alex Sworens. He is back in black. Ladies and gentlemen, first kickoff, first touchdown return for Alex Sworens this season.
Just 13 seconds come off the clock as the Tigers answer quickly. It's a slow, methodical drive for Northwest as they get Stubbs into the end zone, and the Tigers go with a spark. We were talking about it right before he caught the football. Can make an explosive play out of anything, and there was a big touchdown on his first play of the game. McGuire Richmond is on for the point after attempt. If he can knock it through, we'll have a 7-7 tie with 7:03 to go here in the first quarter. And that one is convincingly through the uprights, and the Tigers have tied the game. What a statement there for Blue Valley. Their defense got bruised and beaten on that first drive, and they just get a quick one straight down the field. The only downside to that is the defense isn't going to have much time to rest. They just came off the field. They'll be right back on.
Yeah, and definitely chasing after a back like Grant Stubblefield. They're getting right back on the field on those tired legs, and Northwest is certainly going to look to do some more of that in this quarter.
We always talk about how the defenses can get tired, but let's hope that Huskies offense is tired after that long drive. Stubbs got a majority of those carries. Let's hope he can be a little bit worse for the wear. Jay Sean again back deep to return. An electric start to this game. We're just 5 minutes in. A touchdown for either side and a 7-7 tie here at Blue Valley High School. McGuire Richmond set deep to kick it off for the second time tonight. It's been good returns by both teams so far tonight. The Huskies were out across the 30-yard line on their opening kickoff. So let's see if the Tigers can take their special teams to the defensive side of things. Try and stop them before they can get across that 25-yard line. Jay Sean is brought down, and the ball comes out. Do the Tigers have it? They're signaling that they have the football. It was an aggressive tackle.
And what a play by Lincoln Stuvey, the underclassman right there.
Still no call. And keeping the football is Northwest. A break there for the Huskies. They fumble on the kickoff. That was almost back-to-back bang-bang special team plays for the Tigers that could have changed the game, but the Huskies fall back on it.
Wow, and I tell you, the momentum truly could have switched there in favor of the Tigers. Huskies very fortunate to come back with that ball, and this defense still going to need to deal with Grant Stubblefield on this drive.
Grant probably going to get a majority of the carries once again. A touchdown on the opening drive. We'll see what they do here. At the 20-yard line is where they'll begin this one. It'll need to be another 80-yard drive if the Huskies want back into the end zone. Connor White will begin in the shotgun formation here. Obviously, Stubblefield right behind him. Only one wide receiver and a barrage of tight ends.
Looks like Trevor Garlington on the near side up against Alec Wombolt.
Wombolt made one good defensive play tonight. It went as pass interference, but I'd like to see him with that aggression all night. A first down, fake handoff there, and they've got a man wide open on that far sideline across the 20. He's got the first down. It could be back-to-back explosions. Robert Marshall misses the tackle, and it's down to the 40 there. An offensive-powered start to this game. Back-to-back bang-bang explosive plays. Tigers were expecting run there, and why wouldn't they be? It was a heavy dose of Stubblefield on that first drive. A play-action fake is all it took. Had a wide open man there in the flat, and it gets into Blue Valley territory for the second time tonight. Now it will be a handoff here to Stubblefield, who's got some room across the 45. Now a first down the sideline and finally pushed out just short of the 20-yard line at about the 24 on that far sideline.
Yeah, and certainly the coach is definitely going to look to mix up with the play action. With the run game being such a prevalent feature for the Huskies offense, the play action game opens up even more, and they're going to look downfield also.
As much as this is a big drive for the Huskies here to try and get themselves back into it, this is a big drive for the Tigers defense to kind of prove they can. Because on that first drive, the Huskies got everything they wanted, and there on their first 2 plays, it was all Huskies again. But the Tigers are going to catch a break here. Now back across to their own half of the field. They were all the way down to the 24 of the Tigers, but the holding penalty is going to neglect the play and move them back 10 more. So 1st and 21 now, and maybe with 21 yards to go, the Tigers can catch a break because it won't be Stubblefield getting a majority of the handoffs, you'd assume, with 21 yards to go.
It looks like number 9, Gavin Hoffman, the star receiver for Northwest, against Michael Andre, best corner for Blue Valley.
Hoffman and Jay Sean on that near sideline. They'll give it to Stubbs on 1st and 21. And Stubbs has got them back to the original line of scrimmage, so why not? A pickup there of 11 yards on 1st and 21. Maybe they'll give him 12 here. 2nd down and about 9 yards. So 1st and 21, expecting a pass there. They're going to just lean on their bread and butter. That's Grant Stubblefield. Almost no need for the Huskies to pass. Another 4 wide receiver set, though. Maybe trying to trick the Tigers here. Show pass. Stubblefield is to the left of White. Another jump here. Looked to be Owen Reiner jumping early. So that'll be 5 more yards now. Make it 2nd down and 4. So it was 1st and 21. The Tigers kind of beating themselves here. They turn a 1st and 21 into a 2nd down and 4 just like that. The sticks say 3rd down and 4. That's a mistake. It's just 2nd down. There's the correction. So another 4 receiver set here. White looking to throw here. Now he hands it off. That's some trickery there. Breaking a tackle is Stubbs. He's got the first and finally pushed out of bounds. Good tackle there by Alec Womble. One-on-one in the open field. Womble's able to use that sideline to help him pick up that tackle, but it's good for a 1st down.
And big player for the Tigers coming in, senior Preston Scott. Look for him to get off the edge into that backfield for the Tigers. They're going to need it against this Stubblefield backfield.
Scott coming off a little bit of an ankle injury, was nursing that leg all week, but cleared to play. We'll see if he can make a difference even with that hurt leg here early in the game. 5:20 to go here in the 1st quarter. Huskies driving yet again. White will hand it off again up the middle. Stubbs has got a hole across the 30. Still running now inside the 20 and is tripped up inside the 15-yard line down to the 11 of Blue Valley. 5:04 to go. Another 1st down on the ground for the Huskies. And the Tigers are really going to have to find an answer for Grant Stubblefield.
Yeah, and especially if he's going to keep getting these yards after contact. He's already fast enough as is, and if he can keep fighting these tackles, it's going to be very hard for them to wrap him up tonight.
Stubblefield with the majority of the carries. Surprised we haven't seen him come out of the game yet. Showing no fatigue is that star Husky running back. The defense showing a little bit of fatigue themselves. There's a man in motion here right to left. And it'll be a handoff to Stubblefield, who cuts it back on the counter. Now up the middle, finds a hole inside the 5, and the ball is out. And the Tigers fall on top of it. No signal yet, but Blue Valley's sure they've got it. Here it is. 1st down, Blue Valley. Who is it with the football? The Tigers forced Stubblefield to fumble, so maybe it was all those consecutive carries finally getting to Northwest.
And the referees still look to be discussing it.
Finally a signal there. They do give it 1st down, Blue Valley. We'll see if it's a touchback or if the Tigers will have it at the 1. They mark it right at the 1-yard line. So despite Blue Valley catching a break there, the Huskies don't get in. They'll have 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line.
And what a massive momentum switch for that Northwest offense, having driven down all the way the field. A 30-yard reception from Peyton Ashley and some great runs from Stubblefield. Being able to not get on that drive, that's got to be demoralizing for that Northwest team.
You'd hope that proves as a confident booster to this Tiger defense that Stubblefield is human. He fumbles the football there after getting carry after carry. Tigers take over here in a tie game. 4:35 to go here, 1st quarter. First time this offense has taken the field for Blue Valley despite the Tigers having 7 points, and it'll be them starting in their own end zone. Gatlin in motion left to right. It'll be a quick throw here out there to Andre. Andre bats it and it's incomplete. Looked like he was being hit before the ball came in there. Some handsy coverage there. No call, and it goes incomplete. Now 2nd and 10, Tigers backed up at their own 1.
Seems the referees were trying to play the 5-yard rule there, but man, really handsy coverage from this defense. They're really getting aggressive, and would have liked to see that Wombolt called the other way.
Will Hadley with good one-on-one defense against Andre Davis there. Andre now to the opposite side of the field. It'll be Hadley one-on-one with, it appears to be Thomas Harold here on that near sideline. Trevor, another shotgun snap, and it's some miscommunication. Trevor gets out of his own end zone. He went to hand it off to the right. John Price went to the left.
And great improvisation from Trevor Brush there, very much avoiding the safety.
Yeah, good IQ there, just knowing where you are on the field. He knew he didn't have time to just fall down. He had to get out of his own end zone, but miscommunication there for the Tigers brings up a 3rd and 9 from their own 1. And if you have to punt from the back of your own end zone here, you'll give the Huskies the football back, likely on the Tigers' side of the field. A big 3rd down here from the 1-yard line. Huskies trying to guess the snap count. They cannot. Brush in the pistol set with Price right behind him. They'll look to throw here. Trevor pump fakes. It's batted up in the air and incomplete in the own end zone. That was scary. Brush was looking one-on-one coverage. It was again Will Hadley covering Andre. Andre just wasn't open there, so Hadley a good job. That's twice he was in one-on-one coverage with Andre Davis, and the Tigers only gained 1 yard, and it was on a broken play. So Will Stroud now set to punt this ball out of the back of his own end zone.
And definitely special teams are going to be looking to get towards this football. If they can get a hand on this, it could spell big problems for the Tigers.
That appears to be Trey Ridley back in punt return formation. Stroud gets this kickoff, and that's a good one from the back of his own end zone, fielded in Tiger territory at the 45, and he trips and falls, and he'll be down. Tigers catch a break there. So they'll start their drive from the 37-yard line, but the Huskies get the football back. Fumble from Blue Valley doesn't prove to turn into anything. They only gain 1 yard on that drive. It'll be 1st and 10 Huskies with 3:38 to go left here in this first quarter. So Stubblefield gets his first real chance to rest there. So does the Blue Valley Tigers defense, as the Tigers had to run 4 plays there and a little bit of time in between that break with the refs discussing the fumble. So we'll see if these unfatigued players can get it done.
And the Huskies really seem to be lining up in these heavy receiver sets to try and confuse the defense, maybe show pass for Stubblefield's run plays.
They motion in a second tight end there as they hand it off to Stubblefield. No, they fake it and now throw it deep down the field. He looks open. Good defense and incomplete. That's Alec Womble. He was wide open across the middle of the field, but Alec did a great job to get back there, and it goes just through his hands, almost intercepted.
And Wombolt's patience finally pays off there. Getting denied a great play earlier, makes a good play, denying us almost certain touchdown on that one.
They haven't thrown the ball often tonight, but it seems we've called Wombolt's name quite often when they have some great pass coverage from number 5 in black. Connor White talking to that offensive line, making sure they know the pass protection or possibly the play. It'll probably be a run. Stubbs up the middle, and he's brought down quickly. A flag is down. There's 2 flags down. Maybe the ref saw the same thing. Maybe there's 2 flags on the play. We'll find out. It was 2nd and 10. It was a carry of about 4 yards. We'll see what these penalties do. Looks like it might be on the Tigers. That'll hurt Blue Valley. A 15-yard personal foul there on Blue Valley. It's a face mask call, so they finally bring down Grant Stubblefield after only a carry of 4. Would have brought down 3rd and 6, but just another break there. Tigers have been hurt by penalties so far this game. They'll need to look to clean that up if they're going to stop this high-powered Huskies offense. But it moves the chains. 1st and 10 now, just outside the red zone, right at that 20-yard line here for Northwest. Another shotgun set here out of the pistol. They'll hand it off to Stubblefield, who's got a hole and is tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but is able to fall down to the 11-yard line. So that'll be a pickup, maybe just short of the first down. We'll see. It was Max Holdusen in there on the tackle. 2nd down and a yard. Just outside the 10-yard line here. If they pick up a yard here, it'll be 1st down and goal. We'll see what they go with here on 2nd and 1 from the 11. 3 wide receivers. They've got a tight end out to that left side.
Looks like Ashley White and somebody else on the far side.
It'll be a fake handoff here. Now they pass, and that's going to be caught and reaches out, and it's going to be a touchdown there. Touchdown Huskies. They retake the lead. Gavin Hoffman gets his 4th touchdown of the season. So a weird stat here for the Huskies is that they've got now all their touchdowns split between just 2 players. 5 for Grant Stubblefield, 4 for Gavin Hoffman on the season as they reclaim a 14-7 lead. So it seems if the Tigers can just eliminate these 2 players for the Huskies, they'll have a successful defensive day. But so far, it has been Hoffman and it has been Stubblefield as they take a 14-7 lead with 2:34 to go here in the quarter.
And off the post, it looks like, on that point after attempt.
Off that upright and in for a 7-point lead. So the Tigers catch a break with that fumble. Nothing comes of it, and they fall back down by 7 points. Connor White gets a passing touchdown there. They fake the handoff, and those play-action fakes have worked to perfection for the Huskies so far tonight.
Yeah, certainly a testament to the coach being able to develop that run game and also play off of that play-action pass. It's been really effective for the Huskies so far in this game.
So the Tigers fall back down by 7, but honestly, fortunately for the Tigers, they'll be receiving another kickoff with John Price and Alex Swarens back there, and we already talked about it once, but Swarens is in his first game back from suspension, and he returned the first kickoff he got for a touchdown. That's the only Tiger touchdown of the night. Tied the game at 7 at the time. Now 14-7 Huskies as we get set for another kickoff.
And certainly look again to senior wide receiver Alex Swarens for this kickoff. Showed some explosive pace earlier into the open field, and he's going to look to show it again on this one.
Tigers have 1 offensive drive tonight and 1 punt, but you can't really blame them for it. That drive started up in their own end zone. They had 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line after that Husky fumble, so they weren't really having much room to work. We'll see the first real drive of the game here unless Swarens or Price can take it for another kick return touchdown. So the freshman kicker on Trace Rudd to send this one back deep again. Maybe they'll try and stay away from Swarens this time, but the other option isn't a kind one either in John Price. They kick it deep, and it looks like it'll be Swarens to field it. Fields it at about the 6-yard line, cuts it back towards the middle this time. A better job by the Huskies kickoff team there as they get them down to about the 22-yard line. So a touchdown on the first kick return of the game. They're out to the 22. 1st and 10 Blue Valley will see their first real offensive drive of the game here with 2:27 to go in the first quarter and a 7-point deficit.
Yeah, an emphasis really on the Blue Valley offense to get this game going. Really haven't seen much from them so far in this game.
Let's see if the Tigers can answer yet another Husky score. Dalkey, Swarens, and Andre, the receivers out there. John Price in the backfield. Gatlin Samuel, the tight end on your near side. Brush puts a man in motion. That appears to be Swarens. They'll hand it off to Price here. It's his first carry of the game. Price has got a hole. 30, 40. He's across midfield. Nobody's going to catch him. Another explosion of offense for the Tigers. John Price is into the end zone for a Blue Valley touchdown.
And the explosive plays have been fantastic for the Blue Valley Tigers. 2 huge chunks from a return and an explosive run up the sideline from John Price.
All we've seen from the Huskies are long, sustained touchdown drives, and all we've seen for the Tigers are 1- and 2-play explosions. A kickoff return touchdown and a 1-play touchdown drive has tied the game at 14.
And enough can't be said about the wheels on these kick returners. Absolutely fantastic stuff in the open field.
A first quarter of madness. Still 2:16 to go. We're only 10 minutes into the game, and we've got 2 explosions from the Tigers, and this game's tied at 14. What a remarkable football game this is so far. John Price with yet another rushing touchdown on the season. I believe that to be his 5th of the year, and this just game 3. John Price now has a touchdown in all 3 Tigers games this season. He's so far the only Tiger to do that. Andre Davis and Gatlin Samuel, if either of them get a touchdown tonight, they're the only ones who can tie them, as they both had touchdowns in week 1 and week 2 as well.
And Andre Davis certainly has a lot of emphasis on this senior year for him. He's going to be joining former Blue Valley teammate Sterling Lockett out in Manhattan, Kansas for K-State next fall. And it's a lot of emphasis on a senior wide receiver in a position like that to make some plays for this football club.
So that is John Price's 5th rushing touchdown of the season. Coming into this game, he had 356 yards. So this is a really high-powered running back game between these two teams. Stubblefield now with 5 touchdowns on the year, but 4 rushing. John Price with 5 touchdowns in the year, all of them on the ground. Stubblefield came into this game 449 yards, and John Price had 356. So 2 high-powered offenses. The running backs lead both of these teams, along with that 1-star wide receiver. For Blue Valley, it's Andre Davis, and for Northwest, it's the man with the touchdown already tonight, Gavin Hoffman. 2:16 to go. It'll be another drive beginning here from the 20-yard line for Northwest. The last time they had a drive beginning at the 20-yard line, they got all the way down to the Tiger 1 before Stubbs put it on the ground for a Blue Valley fumble. So 1st and 10 here for Northwest. They'll begin on their 4th possession of the game, tied at 14. The offense of Northwest and the defense of Blue Valley have not had much time to rest on that sideline so far tonight. On 1st down, they'll give it to Stubblefield up the middle, and there's a good tackle by Blue Valley. A pickup of just a yard.
And great play off the edge from Braden and Jewel and Mana Fagatu up front.
Maybe the momentum has shifted here. Tigers, that's the shortest run of the game for Grant Stubblefield, just a yard. He does have 1 tackle for a loss already, so I actually take back that statement. 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 now, 1:48 to go.
Looks like 4 receivers on this snap.
It'll be a pass here, looking far sideline, now down the middle of the field, wide open, across midfield. Robert Marshall's the only Tiger left, and he will not be able to catch him. It's the first explosion for Northwest tonight, and they reclaim the lead.
And what a game of momentum shifts. This has been an absolute roller coaster in the first quarter, Brady. Unbelievable.
A 1-play drive by the Tigers is answered by a 2-play drive for Northwest, and they reclaim their 3rd 7-point lead of the game at 20-14. The PAT would make it 7. Freshman kicker hit one off the upright last time, so these aren't free kicks here. We'll see if he can knock it through. 1:34 to go. We've got 5 touchdowns in the first quarter of football, and there's still 1:34 left.
And it has been a game of explosive offense and certainly some long sustained drives from Stubblefield earlier, but so many explosive chunk plays in this first quarter.
I believe that was Jay-Sean White there on that touchdown reception. So he will be the first Husky to get a touchdown that isn't number 2 or number 9.
34 remaining in the first quarter.
It's certainly going to be a big thing for number 12, Jay-Sean White, to see if he can add another dimension to this Huskies offense. Already it's been a struggle for Blue Valley to stop, but if Jay-Sean can get going, it looks like the Tigers defense is going to have a lot on their hands.
Once again, just a crazy game. Tigers have a kick return for a touchdown. They've got a 1-play drive, and then that 1-play drive is then answered in a 2-play drive from Northwest. A 21-14 game here with 1:34 to go, and we're still in the first quarter. 35 points combined for these two teams so far on the night, and we have not even played a full quarter of football. The Tigers will get the ball back. They've run 1 play offensively tonight despite having 2 touchdowns, despite their 3-and-out that they had when they were backed up at their own 1-yard line. Alex Swarns and John Price again back deep to return. That'll be the story for the Tigers so far tonight. Trace Rudd in kick formation here for the Huskies. Tigers going to look for another answer already tonight.
And the Tigers have certainly been explosive on these returns. John Price obviously showing his speed in the open field as well.
The only drive the Tigers don't have a touchdown on tonight is the drive that the game was tied. When they've been trailing, they've scored every time. Swarns takes this kick on a couple of bounces, tries to look for an edge there, cuts it up, and is blown up inside their own 20. So each return just a little bit worse for Blue Valley. Last time they were out to the 22. This time they'll be at about the 18.
Return 17
1:28 to go here in the quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 7 more here in this first.
First down and 10.
And Blue Valley certainly needs to add another dimension to this offense in the passing game if they're going to want to beat such a stout Northwest defense. They've been great so far.
Davis, Swarens, and Dalkey's the receivers again here for Blue Valley. Gatlin Samuels in motion from right to left. It'll be a handoff to Price. He's met in the backfield, breaks a tackle, and that tackle might only serve to lose him a couple more yards.
John Price, the ball carrier.
Tigers now back to their own 11. Good job there by the Huskies up front. So the Tigers can't go for an explosion there on the first play of this drive. They go for a loss of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 17 now.
It looks like Dalkey and Swarens on this near side going to look to get something going for the Tigers.
We'll see if the Tigers look to pass here on 2nd down and long. Samuels in motion again. Trevor rolls out here near side, tries to cut it back, now fires pass is batted. He was looking for Dalkey and it goes incomplete. 3rd and 17 now for Blue Valley. They've answered every score so far tonight for the Huskies. This is a big 3rd down and 17 here.
It's certainly big for momentum. In a game like this with so many explosive plays, momentum tends to play a big factor.
So 47 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Pistol set here for the Tigers. Price behind Brush. It's Andre, Dalkey, and Swarens in that order on the near side of your screen. Gatlin Samuel is alone. That's the tight end on the far side. Brush and Price speaking before the play, trying to make sure they get everything right. Brush will look back to pass. Fires a screen pattern to Price. They'll see what their star running back can do in the open field. What a move by John Price. And he gets back just to the original line of scrimmage. So despite a nice play there by John Price, the Tigers will be forced to punt for their 2nd time tonight.
And Coach Terrell certainly looking to get John Price into that open field, into the flat. Doesn't work out there quite as much, but still a great run nonetheless.
Now the Tigers are going to need a big statement drive out of their defense here, down by 7. This is the first time the Huskies have had to try and take a 2-score lead on the game. So if the Tigers defense is going to try and keep them out of the end zone here, a 2-score deficit is certainly not what Blue Valley needs to find themselves in a game where the Huskies are perfectly comfortable running the ball and trying to drain as much clock as possible. Here's a return out across the 50 and a nice hit there, but into Tiger territory for the Huskies. That's where they'll begin their drive. About the 46-yard line as that first quarter comes to an end. So after 12 minutes of play here at Blue Valley High, we've got 35 points and a 21-14 Huskies lead.
Blue Valley Tigers 14.
They'll switch sides here at the end of that quarter. We had an exciting quarter of football, to say the least. 35 points. If we have 35 points in every quarter of this game, it'll be the most exciting game of high school football ever.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with that, Brady. This is reminding me of Patrick Mahomes versus Baker Mayfield down in College Station a few years ago. Man, what a shootout this has been so far.
Tigers hoping that it doesn't stay that way, at least for this drive, as if the Huskies get back in, they'll fall down by 2 scores for the first time all season.
Jersey Boys, the Greg
That's not true.
Midway Auto Parts, Bahia Peaks, Jose Peppers and Cactus Grill, and Seaford Signature Woodworks.
So the Tigers are already set to play defense. They haven't really had much of a break all night, but they don't take the first quarter break as much as the Huskies do. They don't take advantage, that is. They're out on the field. They're ready to play defense.
And Tigers have had some isolated success on defense so far, forcing a couple fumbles, but they really need to sustain it if they're going to keep Stubblefield from having a monster game.
So first play here of this second quarter will be a fake handoff to Stubblefield. Quick throw caught across the 40. There, that's first catch of the game for Trevor Garlington.
Flat pass complete to Trevor Garlington. Gain of 13 yards on the play. 1st and 10 Huskies at the Tigers' 33-yard line.
So now from the 33, it'll be 1st and 10 once again here for Northwest. Another 4 wide receiver set with Stubblefield to the left of Connor White here, but even with 4 receivers out there, I wouldn't be surprised to see a run. They do drop back to pass. He's looking at that far sideline. Fires wide open again. Robert Marshall was the only man back there covering. Max Holdusen was also helping, but behind the defense was Garlington.
White's pass incomplete.
Robert Marshall was the only man standing between Garlington and a touchdown there, but fortunately White just threw it over his head.
And the Huskies really not looking to pass an awful lot, but when they do, it's usually deep on one of these streak routes to either Garlington or Hoffman. And they've looked pretty dangerous so far throwing it deep. Also found Jay-Sean White and Peyton Ashley for some huge chunks, and obviously the touchdown to White.
2nd down and 10. There's a whistle. No flag is down. There is a flag, so 2nd down and now 15 yards is what it'll be. Tigers need to take advantage of this time. They had a 1st and 21 at one point earlier in the drive, and they let the Huskies pick up that 1st down in just 2 plays. So 2nd and 15. Tigers looking to get off the field here for the 2nd time tonight. Huskies still have not punted. In motion there was Jay-Sean. They still hand it off to Stubblefield. Stubblefield finds a hole. He's inside the 30 and just inside the 25-yard line there. Not enough for the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and just a couple.
And it seems that the Huskies can find these little 10-yard runs from Stubblefield almost every other play. It's just not sustainable if you're this Blue Valley Tigers defense.
The confidence that Northwest has in themselves with that ground game right now is impeccable. On 2nd down and 15, they don't turn to the pass. They just hand it off to Grant. Seems to be their bread and butter so far tonight. Stubblefield is not in the backfield right now. Looks to be Lovie Pullman. So we'll see what they go with on 3rd and 4. They don't have their star running back in the game. Seems to be a timeout taken.
And definitely seems to be a fatigue thing for Grant Stubblefield, them pulling him out of this game. Pullman shouldn't expect to get too many carries in this game.
I don't know if the Huskies or the Tigers called that timeout, so they give it to the Huskies there. So we'll see if Grant Stubblefield comes back in the game now. 3rd down and 3 yards. We've seen him pick up 3 with ease all game when they hand it off to him. A big 3rd down here. Maybe the timeout just serves as a breather for Stubblefield. See if they get him back on the field. You gotta know, Terrell's in there talking to that defense. This is a big 3rd down. They need to stop here, already down by 7. You'd assume they're running the ball, but they've had some great success in the play action game as well, so you gotta stay true here to the pass. Tigers are losing the battle up front so far tonight. That offensive line for Northwest has just been great, but the Tigers have had a couple of plays where they've gotten into the backfield. They can certainly use one of those here. Right now, it looks like Blue Valley's going to stack the box. A little bit of a bunch set out to the left there. 2 wide receivers and a tight end.
It looks like Pullman is going to stay in this game for the Huskies.
They hand it off up the middle. That's
Or it looks to be Stubblefield.
And he does pick up the 1st down. So the timeout serves there is maybe just a breather for Stubblefield. They pull out Pullman. He does not get a carry. 1st down Stubblefield, and now just outside the red zone are the Huskies.
Stubblefield just doing fantastic on these short runs. Really demoralizing for this Tigers defense, needing to restart every 4 downs.
Huskies have scored on all drives except one, and that one drive they didn't get in, they got all the way down to the 1 before fumbling. They'll look to throw. It's a screen pattern out there. Down goes Stubblefield. They look to throw there to Stubblefield in the flat, so they'll go to him in the run game, they'll go to him in the passing game. Just to pick up a 4 there, so that's a good job by the Tigers. It'll be 2nd down and 6 yards now here for Northwest. Tigers have had a couple of big 2nd and 3rd downs, but the Huskies have seemed to always pull through here. Tigers waiting for that big break defensively. They had the fumble, but it didn't really turn into any offensive momentum. They need that big play here, a pass breakup, an interception. If they go down by 14, things could get ugly here for Blue Valley. It's a fumble here. They do catch a break, but back on top of it is the quarterback. The quarterback actually doesn't get it. Back on top of it is Pullman, I believe.
And it looked to be a bad snap from the center there.
Yeah.
Connor White just forced a dive on it.
So bad exchange, and now the Tigers catch another break. 3rd and 11 yards here. Blue Valley really needs to get off the field. The Tigers do get the ball to begin the half, so if they can get off the field here and find the end zone before the half comes to a close, then they'll get the football right back and they can have the chance to take the lead in just the blink of an eye. So a big 3rd down and 11. White is in the shotgun formation. Stubblefield out to his right. Tigers send blitz, and it looked like Connor White was in duress early there, but the ref's going to call a penalty here on Northwest. So the Tigers, fortunate there that the penalty isn't on them. They sent a blitz, and it seemed 2 of them at least got home there, so it wasn't going to be a good 3rd down play for Northwest unless White was able to improvise. But 5 more yards backed up here. It'll be 3rd down and 16 yards.
And the defensive coordinators for Blue Valley really trying to give Northwest some different looks as well, trying to mix it up with them, get them out of their comfort zone, sending blitzes.
Tigers haven't been able to get off the field on 3rd down so far tonight, but on 3rd and 15, if they can't get off the field here, wouldn't that just be a huge demoralizer to this Tiger defense? Another shotgun look here. Stubblefield to the right of White. Gavin Hoffman lined up in the slot. They'll hand it off on 3rd and 15 with confidence, and it's a pickup of about 10 yards there, but short of the 1st down marker.
And even with such a star like Grant Stubblefield, have to question the play calling there.
I think the Huskies were in the mindset of this is 4 down territory, so they pick up 9 yards there on 3rd and 15, and now it's just 4th down and 6, and that seems to be just a sustainable Stubblefield run. They've been successful here with Stubblefield so far tonight. We'll see. 4th down and 6 would be a weird spot to hand it off, but I wouldn't count them out for it.
Yeah, Northwest certainly looking to Stubblefield for almost everything. I would not be surprised. Usually in a game, this would be very questionable play call.
Northwest uses their 2nd timeout of the possession on 4th down and 6. We'll see if maybe they were just trying to get the Tigers to jump off sides there and give them a 4th and 1, which I'm sure they're much more confident in than a 4th and 6, but they could just be talking it over. They've seemed successful in nearly everything all night. The run game seems to be their most promising thing. I'm sure if you told them they had 1 run here and they had to get 6 yards, they'd take it. Most of Stubblefield's have, and then the danger in passing is any incomplete pass will turn the ball over on downs. A real big decision here. It doesn't seem like it should be 4th and 6. Most teams just know that that's a passing down, but for Northwest tonight, with their success in the run game, Stubblefield might be a safer option than dropping back to throw the football.
And also look for the Northwest coach to mix up some play action maybe as well. Give a look to Stubblefield and then dump it off in the flat, something short.
A 4th down play action call would be almost perfect here, I think, for Northwest. The Tigers haven't really stopped play action so far tonight. They've sold out to the run when it's been showed to them. Gavin Hoffman again in the slot. Look for that big tight end to get the football here. Shotgun formation, 4th and 6, maybe the biggest play of the game for either of these teams. They'll fake the handoff. White looks to now throw to White, and it's incomplete, so they do go to throw to Stubblefield. It's incomplete. Braden Ingel there was bearing down on White, but then he saw it was going to be a pass, and I think he would have been able to push out Stubblefield even if he caught that ball. Great job by the Tigers defense, their 2nd stop of the game, but that's their first real statement stop. On 4th down and 6, they try and throw it to their bread and butter man, Grant Stubblefield. It goes incomplete, and the Tigers will take over with 8:03 to go here in the half.
And Blue Valley Northwest really seeming to live and die by Grant Stubblefield so far.